Hello, my sweet chinchillas. April Overshares here. Thanks for stopping by. I want to tell you guys a story today. I'm full of stories. Stories and useless information and opinions. All those. So, this one night, about 10 years ago, my husband and I have been together for 20 years this year. So, about 10 years ago, we decided we were going to go out, and have some drinks, as people do. So we're at home and we're like, pre-gaming, taking a couple shots, having a couple little sippy sips before we go out, while I'm getting ready, while he's, finishing up whatever it is he's doing. So on the way out the door, I noticed that the diamond from my engagement ring is gone. Horror of horrors. The ring my beloved had gave me, the diamond is gone. Gone. Like we looked, I cried, we looked everywhere. Everywhere. And of course we didn't find it. Because why would we find it? It's a diamond. Okay? Why? I mean, there's no telling how long it had been missing. I know it was there around noon, but this was like 9 o'clock that night. Anyway, so we decide, okay, forget it. Let's just go. So we rock on up to the bar and we walk in and we're like, hey, saying hi. Not that we're regulars, we're not like Norm at Cheers where they walk in and, we walk in, they say our names, not like that. But, people are friendly. This is West Texas. So we walk in, the bartender's like, hey, tonight's special shot is the Four Horsemen. And I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Let me have that. And my husband's like, you don't even want to know what's in it. And I'm like, I don't care what's in it. So my husband asked the bartender, what's in it? He says, oh, Johnny Walker, Jose Cuervo, Jim Beam, and Jack Daniels. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it. Bring it on. So we're chilling at the bar. We're hanging out. We're drinking. We're playing pool. We're listening to music. And then it's time to go. So, we're watching the clock and it's getting to be time to go. So we know we've also got, stuff to drink at home, so we're coming home. We come home, we come inside, we fix a drink. Hold on, Diggy, stop. We fix a drink. We're chilling, then we go lay down in bed. Next thing you know, because I have no clue how we ended up out there, we're out in the front yard screaming and arguing, and this is not like us. Like we're chilling. Anyway, you know what I mean. So anyway, we're outside arguing and we're screaming, and like we live in a cool neighborhood where, there's not a bunch of cop collars. It's mostly people's, aunts and uncles, maybe some grandparents. But, for the most part, our neighborhood's pretty quiet. If you need something, the neighbors are there. But for the most part, we all mind our business and we keep an eye on each other's houses. Anyway, I digress. So next thing you know, we're outside having the screaming match of the freaking century like we've never had before. Thank you, Four Horsemen. And this guy comes just screeching up, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Don't know him. He's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. To which my husband puts himself immediately in like, not my wife, steps around me in front of me, puts his arm out and says, who the fuck are you talking to, motherfucker? Dude in the car is like, that bitch, she needs to shut the fuck up. We're trying to sleep. And my husband's like, why don't you get out of the car and try to say that? At which the fucking dude in the car says, I'm gonna send some bitches down here to whoop your ass. And I'm like, motherfucker, tell him to fucking come on. Send him. Fucking full send. Bring it. If I'm not out in the yard screaming at his ass, tell him to knock on the motherfucking door. So anyway, he screeches off because you could tell by my husband's crazy eyes that he should not be fucked with. Shouldn't. So I kind of don't remember what happened after that. Like, I was so mad. I remember we went inside at some point because my husband vomited, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Do you feel bad? I wake up the next day in bed. Jeremy is in the living room on the couch, not like snoring, like sawing logs, like snoring. And My hand, oh my God, my hand is killing me. It hurts so freaking bad. It's black and blue and swollen, and these two fingers were just black. I mean, they were black. They were swollen. They were tight. Like, it was obvious I had broken my hand somehow. So my husband calls my mom because he's still drunk and he can't drive me to the hospital, and says, "Hey, Mama Rose, you need to come get your daughter and take her to the emergency room. She hurt her hand." So my mom, of course, she comes right over, concerned, and she's like, "What'd you do to your hand?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I lost," told her about me losing the diamond out of my engagement ring, and how upset I was, and how we looked for it. And then we went out and we were drinking Four Horsemen, and then we went to bed, and then we were arguing, and then some guy came out talking about, "I'm sending bitches," and I'm like, "Fucking send them." And I don't know, next thing I know, I wake up and my hand is swollen, and my mom's like, "Did the bitches show up?" And I'm like, "No, the bitches didn't show up. Like, the house wasn't a mess. Like, there was no sign of another person." And I feel like that's something I would remember, my husband would remember. The neighbors, who are not normally cop callers, they would definitely have intervened or something, because they're not like that. So my mom takes me, and my hand is indeed broken. The doctor's like, "Do we need to call the cops?" I'm like, "No, I don't even know what happened." So anyway, I go home. My fingers are wrapped. La-di-da. A few days go by. My hand's feeling better. It's less swollen. I go back to work, and I start getting packages in the mail. I was getting packages, sometimes 2 or 3 a day, sometimes 1 a day, but they all showed up, fairly rapid succession. I love crowns. For some reason, I have a fascination with crowns. My whole life I have. I should have been royalty. I like that one. That one's pretty. Matches my Chucky shirt. So the crowns keep coming. They keep coming. Different kinds show up. The fairy crown. I got a couple of flower headbands. I got this dope as hell halo crown, which I love. But this one, y'all, is my favorite. This one makes me feel like an evil queen. Apparently, after the threat of bitches, I felt some type of way and went inside and ordered all these crowns. Now, I did order some duplicates in my intoxicated, state. So those I have given out to my daughter, friends, just random people who I felt like needed a damn crown. Anyway, so this is why one of the reasons, a reminder of why I really don't drink anymore. Not much, and especially don't drink Four Horsemen. Don't do it. If the bartender says Four Horsemen, you're wiping the hard drive. Like, it's not even, no, Diggy. Hey, see my pup? Diggy, stop. Hey, quit. Quit, silly. I'm almost done. Anyway, thank you for listening to my story. Let me know if y'all want to hear another one. I would love to tell y'all about the night my best friend became my super best friend ever, because she tossed a brisket at her husband. Say bye, Diggy. Okay, take care.